Hello everyone. Before today's story begins, I want you to take a deep breath and think about something. Have you ever missed an opportunity in life? Maybe a job, a dream, a relationship, or a chance you were afraid to take. And later you wondered, what if that moment was actually leading me to something better? Today's story is exactly about that. It's about losing one train, but finding your true path. It's about how life's detours sometimes guide us to our destiny. In this story, you'll meet Daniel Parker, a man who missed his last train home, and in that single night, discovered what it truly means to live. So stay till the end, because by the time this story finishes, you'll realize that sometimes missing one chance might be the best thing that ever happens to you. And now, let's begin. The last train home. It was a cold winter night. The platform lights flickered softly, painting the old station in shades of yellow and gray. The clock struck 11:58 p.m. Daniel Parker stood on platform 7, alone, tired and silent. A sudden whistle echoed through the station. Daniel turned. The last train home was moving. His heartbeat raced. "Wait!" he shouted, grabbing his suitcase and running. The wheels clattered, the air filled with smoke and sound. But no matter how fast he ran, the train ran faster. And just like that, it was gone. The sound of the train faded into the distance, leaving nothing but silence. Daniel stood still, chest heaving, suitcase slipping from his hand. A drop of snow landed on his coat, soft, cold, quiet. He whispered to himself, "Story of my life, always late." He walked to the nearest bench and sat down. The station clock ticked softly above his head. Somewhere far away, a dog barked and a light flickered. The world was still moving, only he wasn't. He thought about everything he had lost this year, his job, his confidence, his drive to start again. "Maybe," he muttered, "I missed more than just a train tonight." Missed the last one. Daniel looked up. Beside him sat an old man, gray coat, silver hair, calm smile. His eyes held the kind of peace Daniel had been searching for. "Yeah," Daniel sighed, "I miss a lot of things lately." The old man chuckled softly. "Sometimes missing something is the best thing that can happen to you." Daniel frowned. "You mean missing my train?" "No," the man said quietly. "Missing your past." Daniel stared at the man, unsure whether to smile or argue. The train was gone, but the conversation had just begun. In the distance, another clock chimed midnight. He didn't know it yet, but missing that train would change his life forever. As Daniel sat beside the old man, a strange calm settled over the cold night. The trains had stopped running, but their words had just started moving. The old man smiled gently. "Tell me, son, what were you chasing so hard to catch that train?" Daniel hesitated. "My future, I guess. My job interview. My last chance." The old man nodded slowly. "Or maybe," he said, "it was your last excuse." Daniel stared at the old man, confused. "What do you mean?" The old man leaned forward. "You run after things because you believe they'll complete you. But sometimes, you need to stop running and face what's chasing you." Daniel's throat tightened. He wasn't sure if the man could see through him or into him. "You've lost something recently, haven't you?" Daniel nodded slowly. "My job, my confidence, maybe myself." The old man smiled softly. "Losing things doesn't always mean failure. Sometimes it's life's way of cleaning your path." The wind brushed through the station, carrying the faint sound of an old train bell, like a ghost from another time. Daniel looked up, and for a moment, he saw his reflection in the dark window of the waiting room. He looked older, heavier, but maybe wiser. The old man chuckled. I once missed a train too. 40 years ago. I was late, just like you. Daniel smiled faintly. And what happened? I walked home that night, the old man said. Halfway through, I saw smoke coming from the tracks. The train I missed had derailed. Daniel froze. The wind stopped. The silence said everything. That night, the old man continued, I learned something. Sometimes the delay is your protection. Daniel's eyes widened. So, you're saying missing that train saved your life? The old man nodded. And maybe tonight, missing yours might save something in yours. The old man stood up slowly, brushing the snow from his coat. He looked at Daniel with kind eyes. You'll find your next train, son. Just don't forget why this one left without you. He smiled and began to walk away. Daniel watched in silence, feeling something shift deep inside. Like the night had whispered a secret only he could hear. Daniel looked around. The old man was gone, like he had vanished into the fog. Only his footprints remained, fading in the snow. He whispered, was he even real? The station clock ticked 12:10 a.m. The silence somehow felt peaceful. Daniel picked up his suitcase and began to walk home. The streets were quiet. Neon lights reflected on wet asphalt like memories frozen in color. Every step echoed like a thought he'd never finished. The words of the old man repeated in his head. Sometimes the delay is your protection. As he walked, memories flooded in. The day he lost his job, the argument with his boss, the feeling of failure he couldn't shake. He saw his younger self in those moments, running for deadlines, chasing promotions, forgetting to breathe. The road split ahead, two ways home. Left led through the city. Right, through the old park he hadn't visited in years. He hesitated. Then, without knowing why, he turned right. The park was covered in snow. Old swings creaked in the wind. It was the place he used to come with someone he never really said goodbye to. A tear rolled down his cheek. He smiled sadly, whispering her name into the wind. Somewhere in the distance, a faint horn sounded, another train passing. Daniel looked toward the sound, smiled softly, and for the first time in years, didn't feel late anymore. Daniel reached his small apartment. The lights flickered on, cold, quiet, and familiar. He placed his suitcase down, sat at his desk, and found an unopened envelope with his name on it. It was from his late father, dated a week before he passed away. Son, I know you're running again. You've always been chasing something. Maybe it's time to stop. The world won't end if you rest. Sometimes missing a train just means you're meant to build your own. Daniel's hands trembled. Tears blurred the ink. He covered his face and cried. For every train he missed, every chance he wasted, every moment he forgot to live. The city outside was silent, but inside him, a storm was finally ending. Hours later, morning light broke through the curtains. Daniel sat by the window, calm and quiet. He smiled at the sunrise, the first real smile in a long time. He whispered, maybe the old man was right. He packed his suitcase again, but this time, not to chase something. This time, to start fresh. He looked at the clock, 7:15 a.m. A new train was leaving soon. Daniel arrived at another station, smaller, brighter, full of morning life. This time, he wasn't running. He just walked, calm and present. A small girl dropped her teddy bear near the edge of the platform. Daniel bent down, picked it up, and smiled. The girl's mother thanked him warmly, and for a moment, Daniel felt something, a quiet joy he hadn't felt in years. As he waited for his train, a soft voice spoke beside him. "Missed the last one?" Daniel turned sharply, but there was no one there. Just the sound of the whistle and the feeling of peace. He smiled. Not this time. The train doors opened with a soft chime. Daniel stepped in. As it began to move, he looked out the window, watching the world flow by, new and alive. In the reflection of the glass, he could almost see the old man smiling back. And for the first time, Daniel didn't feel like he missed the train. He felt like he finally caught the right one. Fade out.